check out our new driveway. If you come over here, you can see how much rock he actually had to drop just to get the driveway off of this main road right here. What, probably like 30 feet of straight rock. As you can see in the drone footage, he had to clear out a ton of trees going through here. It was covered in trees, like every foot there was another tree. But we had to do it just to get onto our property. So you can see on the side, this is our road that we live off of, and it was really steep coming off of there. So it really wasn't easy to get a tractor down here to even start removing trees before you're even moving everything around, leveling it, and then dumping the gravel on top of everything. We had to say goodbye to a lot of trees, but we got them to keep some of our favorites. So some of these huge ones, we went right in between so that we can save these giant cedars. We do still have a couple of these giant slash piles, as you'll see on this right side going down. We're gonna have to burn those during winter. We've never burned a giant pile like that, but we've heard that's what they do around here. So we're gonna have to talk to some locals and see how to do that properly, but probably post a video of that eventually. Making this driveway was one of the most important things to us because that means we're actually gonna be able to move our converted school bus that we're living in onto our property and actually start living on it. So that's why we're so excited about this project being done. Around here is where he stopped pouring all these rocks and started just moving around the dirt that was existing here. For the rest of the driveway, it's all just dirt that was properly moved and leveled out. But up until here is where he had to just keep dumping load after load after load of these rocks. So this is what he was pouring down here just to get us off the road. And then at the end came through and dumped all this more expensive, black, much finer rock that's way better for us to drive on. Our excavator left us some firewood for the winter. I don't know if you can see from the drone shots, but we previously had our carport right there. And then as the excavator was coming through here, trying to find the best way through, it was really hard to see where the optimal place for the entire driveway was going to be. But once he was making the road and taking out all the trees, it became apparent that the best way was right through where we had put the carport. So the carport was right here. We had to pick it up and move it to the end of the driveway right there so that he could take all this dirt and make it more level right here and more of a straight path. So getting to the end of the driveway right here, this is where we're going to park our bus on the left side. And then we're gonna have all this right side to like build a patio, put a barbecue, and drive our car right into the carport right there. And we do own a ton of land on either side and all the way down to the creek. So eventually we are gonna just continue this driveway and just have it keep going that way and then back around. So this is where we actually made that path down to the carport right when we first got to our property a couple weeks ago. So if you come over here, it's all cleared out, all the branches and some of the trees. This was that path, and then we had to take all of our stuff out, move the carport. So then we made this path. It started raining. So come through this path that we made. So now we have this nice path that goes right along our driveway. Our bus is gonna be right there. And we're just gonna keep clearing out paths like this because it's really good for the trees anyways to be more separated. It's a bit too full right now in our forest. And this connects with another path that we previously made that was going down here when we were just trying to find the optimal place for our driveway. Now we got a couple paths going on through the forest, right down to where we're gonna be living in the next week or two. And as you can see, it won't be too hard to keep going this way because it's actually pretty cleared out right there. We got a bunch of these kind of clearances on the property. And then here in our carport is currently a lot of our storage, and we're gonna continue using it as our storage until we build a good enough shed. But we're also gonna park our car in it. So this is where we got all of our bins full of our storage stuff. You follow me around to the other side. This is where we'll be able to pull our car down our driveway, pull it around and straight in right here on the left side. I got enough space to have all of our tools over here, all of our storage, bikes, golf clubs, all of our extra stuff that we don't want in the school bus. And this is our biggest slash pile right here. That's gonna be a fun one this winter when we light that entire thing on fire. And now from here, once we get our bus on the property, We're just gonna start making a bunch of paths through the forest right here, cleaning everything up, making it easier, just cutting branches, trying to make paths through everything, and just exploring our entire property because there's a lot we haven't seen yet. It's honestly pretty crazy looking back at this, knowing what it looked like before. Like I said, you couldn't even walk through there because there were so many trees. And now to just see this all cleared out, you can see the road up there, you can see people driving by. Until now, we were having to pull up our car on the side of the road here. A bunch of cars passing and we were very much in the way. So it's just really nice to be able to come down into our own space, park our car here, get our bus down here. Once we get our solar set up, then we could actually start living here. So the next step is getting solar hooked up. We got an awesome solar system coming in. Stay tuned for a video on that. And then we're gonna pull our bus up right here and we're gonna live here for the winter.
Make sure you like and subscribe.